Hey everybody, it's Miss Angela from Boys and Girls Club of North Alabama. I hope you guys are having a great week this week and enjoying social distancing. I have my awesome mask here today, which is pretty cool. Big shout out to North Alabama mask makers for providing that for us. We really appreciate it. So today I'm going to do an activity where you can actually make a scientific instrument that you can use to measure wind speed with some kind of easy equipment that you probably have laying around the house. It's called an aneometer, and we're going to show you how to make it here right now. Okay, so here are the supplies that you're going to need today for our project. First thing you're going to need are some straws. You need 2 of them, like this. So any old straws will work. It doesn't really matter how big they are, anything like that. You're going to need a pencil. It's important with this project that you have an eraser. The eraser is actually the most important part. It can be sharpened, but doesn't really need to be. I actually have another pencil here that I may use. It's also got an eraser and a sharpened right there. Scissors. A push pin, so something for bulletin boards. If you have a straight pin for sewing, that works as well. Some sort of modeling clay. This is going to be used to attach your project to a table so it doesn't fall over. And then some tape, and then some sort of small cups. I've got some plastic cups here, but you can also use paper bathroom cups. Those are really good. Something that's kind of small. You don't want anything like super big because it's going to weigh down the project, okay? Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do with this project is we're going to make the kind of central part of it, or central hubs, the way that you can explain it. If you have a paper cup, this is a little easier. Plastic cup's a little bit harder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 5 holes here. So I'm going to make this kind of center section. I'm going to push my push pin in the middle there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pencil, and I'm actually going to make this larger. And you kind of, with plastic cups, you kind of have to push a little hard here to kind of get that in there. You can also use a scissors if you're careful. So I'm just going to do this for her like that, and that's going to make a nice hole. There we go. You want it to be big enough so that a pencil can go through it, just like that, so it's going to stay. I'm going to make that just a little bit bigger so that my pencil can get in there with no problem. So boom, pencil, done. Okay, that's our first step. Then the next thing you're going to do is you can use your push pin again, or you can use a hole punch. I'm going to use the hole punch because it's a little bit easier. I'm going to make 4 holes on my cup here. I'm going to make them in the middle of the cup. I'll put this part right here, right about in the middle. And I'm going to make another one on the opposite side. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side so that when I'm done, I have 4 holes. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've made 4 holes in this cup with my hole punch. Again, you can use this technique with your push pin and your pencil if you want to. It's totally fine. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my straws, and I'm going to put the straws straight through like this, all the way through. So we have one halfway through the cup. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Now you're going to have to bend the straws a little bit when you do this so that you can actually kind of see that. Now if it's not, see, mine's not exactly 100% straight, that's totally okay. Your stuff's still going to work. You just want to make sure that it's pretty close like that, okay? And then we're actually then going to use our push pin to hold these things together. So we're actually going to push our push pin. Now kids, if you're deciding to do this at home, please get an adult to help you. So what I'm going to do here next is I'm actually going to take my eraser. I'm going to put it up through the middle here, like so. You can see that I put that through there. And then I'm going to put the push pin right through so that it's all connected. And I'm going to try this a little bit to do. And then it's all connected like this. So that's your next step. You're going to connect everything together. Okay, you can see here that I've got everything connected in my cup here. So this is kind of how it's going to look so far. Things that you want to be careful of when you do this activity is we don't want to push the push pin down super tight so it doesn't move. And we want to make sure that our hole is big enough that this thing can kind of spin around easily like this. You can kind of see how that works. Now you're going to notice if it will kind of come off, you may have to redo it just a little bit, but that's okay like that. So this is your main section. I'm then going to get a piece of modeling clay. You can use Play-Doh, you can use whatever you want to do so that you can actually just kind of hold that up like that. So when you got your first step, it's going to look just like that, okay? So then what we have to do is we have to make the other parts of our weather instrument. So I'm going to... Okay, so for this you're going to actually need 4 cups. And what you're going to do is you're actually going to... There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can get some tape and just attach them straight to the straws on your project, or you can put some holes in here so that the straws are a little bit more securely connected to your wind instrument. I'm going to go ahead and punch holes in these. It's just a little bit easier for me to kind of work with. So just like you did before on the first one, we're going to punch holes. I'm going to do one on one side, and then I'm going to look and I'm going to do another one directly on the opposite side. So you can see this one's right here, and I'll put the other one right on the other side. And I'm just kind of looking at this. So, and I'm going to do that for all 4 of my cups there, so you can see. So after you've got all 4 of your cups with holes on opposite sides, all you're going to do now is you're going to put them onto your anemometer so that it picks up the wind. You have to make sure that the cups are basically like a circle where the open parts are chasing each other around. That's going to allow the wind to pick up and kind of actually move this thing around. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make sure that I've got all the cups where I want them. So I'm going to get my cup, and all I'm going to do is kind of, let's see here, put that right here. Now you're going to notice this cup is too big for my thing right here. So it's going to kind of be a little bit flopping down here. It's not going to go all the way through. That's okay. It's no big deal. All we need to do is just attach it with some tape. So I'm just going to get a little piece of tape here, pretend it doesn't fall down, and we're going to make sure that it stays nice together. And this really doesn't need to be much. It just needs to be something so that it's like this. Okay, can you see that? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this a little bit, and then I'm going to put the next cup on in the exact same way so that the cups are kind of all lined up, like they're chasing each other around in a circle. So I'm going to do that for the remaining cups here today. I've gone ahead and added all the cups. You can see here that all the cups are kind of lined up in a circle, so they're chasing each other. So I'll kind of move just a little bit, that's okay. And this is something called an anemometer, and it is what meteorologists and weather scientists actually use as an instrument to measure the wind speed. So what happens is once the wind starts blowing, these guys will actually start spinning around in a circle. The faster that it spins is the faster the wind speed. Now obviously a real meteorologist is not using plastic cups or paper cups to make that happen, but if you look up the anemometer, and I'll put some links in the comments box below, you're actually going to see it looks almost exactly the same. So all you have to do now is just go put this outside in your brand new garden that you're working on at home, or outside on your balcony, and you can actually measure the wind, and you can see how fast and how much wind is actually happening out in your very own backyard. So this is called an anemometer. We hope that you had a great time today. We encourage you to try this yourself at home today, and we'll see you next week on another Try It Thursday.